Hey everyone, this is Wei and it's time for another 2-minute drill, and this time I will be drawing Clint Eastwood. So let's get started and I'll try to talk as much as I can in 2 minutes. Alright, 2 minutes starting now. Alright. Okay, so eyes, laying in the eyes. Alright, it's pretty dark, I'm just gonna shade it in. Moving on. It's really dark, but there's still kind of have to still draw into some of the shapes. I think the eyeball's still in there. It's really dark. It's a really cool photo. Okay, let's see. Very dark. This is dark. Dark eyeballs right around here. Okay, let's move down. There's quite a bit of shading on this. See how far I can get. Nose. Shadow. Mouth. Probably around there. Eye somewhere around there. Let's see. Yeah, it's quite a bit of shading. Alright, let's go move back to the head. That's like about a minute. Here, down, down. Let's see. Chin. Yeah. A lot of shading. I'm just hopefully get the placement of things. Hair. Let's see. A lot of lines on the face, which I don't have time to do. Hair up. This is going off camera. Alright, so touching up the eyes a little bit. Let's make those areas a little bit darker. Yeah, a little bit too much shading, but I'm hoping just to get the feel of this, the attitude of the photo. And so 2 minutes, that will be it. Alright, so that's kind of I don't know if it's Clint Eastwood, but alright, so that was in 2 minutes. Let's go in and just kind of finish this thing up a little bit and see how far we can take it. Now, and a lot of times, you know, when this is kind of like quick sketching, and you know, when you don't have a lot of time, you just kind of have to rough in, you know, the basic shapes first, and you know, somewhat of the accuracy, and just kind of lay it out, and then you can, you know, always go back and kind of what I'm doing here to finish up the drawing. And I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because, you know, it started out really rough, so you might as well just kind of keep it that way. For this kind of stuff, is as long as you have the personality, you know, the expression of the character, you know, it's really good enough, you know, for this kind of quick sketches. So right now I'm just gonna go in, and it's still very loose. I'm trying to stay loose. I don't want to tighten up, and then you end up doing you know, a little bit too tight for this kind of quick sketch. So I'm trying to move around. Let's just kind of squint your eyes, my eyes a little bit. Try to figure out, you know, see like things in chunks, and then you can just, once you see those areas, and just kind of go ahead and like shade it in harder, you know. So like let's see, like the cheekbones right here, I'll see it. I know that's dark, so I'm just gonna hit that. So it's very broad strokes, right? And that's how you can sketch quickly, is by using very broad strokes. And sometimes you don't have to cross hatch as much with this, because you generally don't want to, you know, like over shade it. You just keep it very simple, like the hair right here. I'm just gonna go like this. It's almost like one directional, right? And then once you have that, if you want to darken some area, then you can just go in and you can actually do that and hit it again, and now you have, you know, some variation, right? So it's starting to look like something. So like the brow here, you can just do that and hit that. See, and now you just get this shape. Or you can just go in a little bit and a little bit more. So it's very, very broad, and it's very good practice because it actually gets you into a very sketchy mood where you can actually see things a lot easier, freer. It's kind of like you free yourself of the constraint of, you know, oh yeah, this is a head, so, you know, this is a nose, and so you get rid of all that you just kind of start seeing shapes. Okay. All right, so let's move down a little bit more. Let's see, I know this is dark, so I'm just gonna hit that pretty dark. Okay. Let's come down to the mouth. Actually, I haven't done much to the mouth. So I'm turning my pencil so I can get, this is a 4B pencil. It's a mechanical lead holder. And I think you guys see my other videos, I tend to use this a lot. Just very convenient. The nose, shadow underneath is dark. Shade here, shade. And there's quite a bit of, this part is actually pretty important because you could mix in, you know, with this expression of the mouth. So you kind of have to. And then this part a little bit too, all right. I was tempted to erase that, but all right, let's just go with it. Okay, and then the chin right here, dark. And then, okay, there's something going on here. I'm not gonna pay too much attention to it because it's kind of in the shadow anyway. It's just gonna go dark. And then the close, I can do that because, so like, this is what I mean in terms of blocking in. I'm just gonna, I know this is a dark patch right here. If I just outline like that, and I can actually just go in and just do that. Okay, and just kind of, you probably, yeah, just fade it out a little bit so that, and then this is darker, so I can hit it again. And then underneath the chin, I know it's darker. Okay, and then I know this is darker. Okay, and it goes in. Let's see, we're still in frame, okay. And then this clothing here, I know it's darker. I'm gonna hit that again like this. And then now I can hit some of the areas, maybe something like, okay. So it's very blocky, right? I mean, you can see all these little spaces in between, which is fine because if you want to, you can always go back and you know, smooth it out and fill it in and clean things up. But again, you know, trying to keep loose, trying to keep expressive, just trying to see the form. And if you get that form correct, I mean, all these sketchy lines actually kind of, it works really well. It just kind of, it actually adds to the drawing. Okay, right here is dark, and the mouth is pretty important. Okay, let's see. Looks like I got it in a little bit. All right, let's correct that. So I'm just gonna go in and erase it because it's a little bit too narrow, which really kills this drawing if I make his mouth too small. All right, this is dark. Underneath the chin, right here. This part's dark right here. That's important to get dark right here because it brings the chin up. Okay, and then let's see how we're doing here. All right, it's actually, I'm starting to feel it, right? You're starting to feel the expression there. It's a lot of little, I love this photo of Clint Eastwood, just awesome. It's nice to see, you know, like a photo that actually shows his age, you know, all the wrinkles and lines is so powerful. It's like enough of that airbrush stuff and, you know, too much makeup. Get tired of it, especially for drawing. I mean, this is actually very, very good for drawing. You don't ever want to draw someone who's been touched up too much in the photograph because, you know, there's no personality there. All right, so now I'm going in again and redefining some of the areas in the hair. Probably cannot see it, but yeah. So again, big blotches of the hair, just right, very broad. And I won't, let's go back to the face because that is the most important part. Some more lines here, a little bit more shading. Let's clean this up so that it doesn't look like a huge forehead. Then this is dark here, here, very dark, here, here. So it's very, see, I'm almost kind of dividing into sections. Let's try to trying to see it. All right, a little bit more here, just to make it a little bit look like a little bit more like this. A little bit messier here, perhaps, right? Okay. Now, if I really wanted to, I can go in and maybe, sharpen up my pencil a little bit so that I can get in some of the finer detail, or even switch to maybe like a 2B or even a B. But I think for this exercise, I think I kind of like the way it looks now. I just love this kind of sketchy look. A little mold there. Okay. And sometimes you find yourself kind of hard to stop, like what I'm doing right now. You gotta get this when you draw. You get into this mode and you just kind of like, oh, you want to keep pushing it. And then at some point you just gotta have to say, enough is enough. You've captured what you wanted from this, and you just gotta move on and let it go. Because one thing you don't want to do is kind of beat it to death. If you want to leave it sketchy, then leave it sketchy. If you put more detail, then you gotta spend a lot more time, So anyhow, this is a good, pretty good exercise, and I think the drawing actually came out okay, right? So I don't know, just try to sketch fast and have some fun with it and see how it goes, okay? All right, I'll see you later.